Доброго дня.
Good afternoon. Welcome you to Ukrainian Crisis Media Center. Now we'll start briefing with Andriy Lysenko, who is a spokesperson from Ukrainian Defense and Defense Council, Defense and Security Council. Good afternoon, dear colleagues. President of Ukraine, Petro Poroshenko, began his participating in NATO summit in Wales, and there is a unique meeting with the Prime Minister of Great Britain, David Cameron, U.S. President Barack Obama, German Chancellor Angela Merkel, Prime Minister of Italy, Matteo Renzi, and President of France, François Hollande. A unique format of the meeting demonstrates the support of by NATO countries to territorial integrity of Ukraine, which is facing external foreign aggression. The head of the state mentioned at the beginning of the meeting that the president of Ukraine underlined that, in fact, it's the first time in the history of our country there's a meeting in the format of the leader of five biggest countries of the world: U.S. President, Prime Minister of Great Britain, German Chancellor, Prime Minister of France, and of Italy, and President of France, and they demonstrated their intentions there to support Ukraine and supporting Ukraine, stability, peace, and de-escalation of the situation in the East. They support the stability of Europe and of the world. That's not only the issue of Ukrainian conflict; this is a global issue. The head of Ukrainian state underlined. Petro Poroshenko informed that there was an exchange. They shared opinions about several aspects, and they discussed the support of Ukraine in the security aspect. In the resolution of the NATO, there will be a firm statement that the Ukraine has the support of NATO. And the president told that they will make decisive important decisions as to involvement of Ukraine to a special program with four trust funds that will help to solve logistic issues, communication, cyber crime, social rehabilitation of the wounded. As the president told, special attention was paid to military technical cooperation, and in the declaration it will say that NATO support steps to provide technical support, military technical support for Ukraine. This is exactly what we expected, the head of the state told. And he also said that they will discuss how to coordinate further activities and including sanctions. As to military activities, military situation in the field of conflict, we observe that gunmen, there is no reduction of activity of gunmen and Russian military men. The number of shelling went up, and the systems managed. They used to shell positions near Vasily Horavolivka, Dmitrivka, and Pobeda. Those towns are in the north and northeast from Luhansk. From ground system and from mortars, they shelled other positions of 80 positions near dam of Platina, Debaltsevo, Krasnotalivka. 2 hours ago, near Bezimena, Russian artillery started to shell military forces of Ukraine. And Russian artillerymen, they set up their positions in healthcare institution UTS, and they have also cameramen of Russian TV channels. Their goal was to video record provocative materials, and after that they started tank attack to Shorokin. But ATO forces they stopped that attack quite successfully. Also, near Hazhenkova, Donetsk region, there are several ground systems and mortar batteries of gunmen. They prepare to shell to the north of Makeyevka. And to Yenisonova, also 3 more ground systems and 1 mortar battery arrived. And terrorists are planning to shell Donetsk, and also they will say that this was done by Ukrainian Armed Forces, Mobile Forces of Anti-Terrorist Organization near Kominterno region. They destroyed missile system of terrorists and Ural truck, and they had white colors, and those are the colors of occupation forces of Russian Federation on the territory of Lugansk region. Ukrainian military men found that they stole a radio location station for anti-aircraft defense.
The British channel Sky News detected units of Russian troops that support terrorists in the vicinity of Novoazovsk in the east of Ukraine. The video shows military and armored vehicles without license plates. We can also see white stripes on the leading convoy of cars and white stripes on the sleeves that are being used by Russian forces to determine friend, not foe. The military are wearing modern Russian uniform. The Russians are actively relocating vehicles and personnel next to the border of Ukraine. In general, the border, there are 14 battalion technical groups and commandos next to the Ukrainian border. Almost 1,000 armored vehicles are detected in the region of Kamensk-Shakhtinsky Rostovska region, Russian Federation, and Rovinki Belgorodska region, Russian Federation, that borders on the Novopskovsk district of Luhansk region. Besides, from the direction of Russian Federation in the direction of the city of Krasnodon, a convoy of armored vehicles was detected, numbering not less than 120 vehicles. Mariupol is now controlled and defended by the Ukrainian military. The situation there is under total control. In Donetsk, in the 17th city hospital, all the pregnant women were transferred to cellars. Instead of them, the militants of the so-called DNR are located in hospital rooms. The settlement of peaceful life is continuing on the liberated territories. In Dzerzhinsk of Donetsk region, they have finished paying the state help to children, to families with children, less protected families, and disabled people. Also, the state help is fully paid in Voroshilov district of Donetsk. In Luhansk region, this help was paid in 14 districts and cities. As a result of combat actions in Donetsk and Luhansk region, 962 kilometers of highways were damaged, besides 21 bridges and totaling 2,141 meters were damaged. In Donetsk region, there are ferry crossings and approaches to them to provide for the movement of transportation. On the highway M03 Kyiv-Kharkiv-Dovzhansky and on other roads of general use in Krasny Liman and Slovyansk districts, the dismantling of road checkpoints is continuing. There's also the replacement of the damaged road signs. The general number of the damaged objects of railway infrastructure reaches 400. They are restoring infrastructural objects in order to provide for the transportation of passengers and transportation of coal. The Ukrainian railway has a special plan in order to restore the objects of Donetsk railway. They have also restored the House of Science and Technology of the locomotive depot Krasny Liman, the railway station in Krasny Liman, the railway station in Slovyansk, the hospital of the Slovyansk station, and the boarding school number 1 at the railway station Slovyansk. The President of the USA, Barack Obama, and the Prime Minister of UK, David Cameron, co-authored the article for the British newspaper The Times. They said that Russia violated a code of rules by the unlawful self-declared annexation of Crimea and by their troops presence in the Ukrainian soil that threaten the sovereignty of our state. The General Secretary of NATO, Anders Fogh Rasmussen, commenting on the so-called Putin plan, said that he thinks that Russians are not sincerely interested in the ceasefire. They continue to destabilize the eastern Ukraine, said the General Secretary of NATO. And the ambassador of Ukraine at NATO, Igor Dolgov, on the eve of the summit in Wales, said that alliance is on the side of Ukraine and is consistent in the strict condemnation of the aggressor. There are active discussions in NATO now whether Russia, how they can stop Russia. This is all. Thank you very much.